All right, so I'm a really tight guy, and I don't mean cool, I mean literally physically tight. For the last few years, I've just been training primarily as a bodybuilder, and I haven't really stretched or done mobility consistently, which is super ironic given that I'm in physical therapy, and this is exactly what I prescribe for my patients besides strength training. With that being said, here are the 4 flexibility and mobility movements that I do before I even leave the house.
And so the first one we got here is thoracic extension over a foam roller. And what I'll do is I'll try my best to keep more of a neutral back at first, and then just kind of breathe into the segment to allow me to self-mobilize the tight segments of my T-spine. And then later on, I'll go into some thoracic extensions directly on the foam roller as well, just to get a little bit more mobilization. The next one is going to be your basic 90-90 hip flexor stretch. What I want to do here is make sure that I'm activating my right glute, and then I'll lean forward, and that allows me to get into a deeper stretch for that right hip flexor there. And this next one here is more of a neuromuscular control exercise. So the first cue for this one is to get my back to be flat onto the ground. So that's basically the cue for a posterior pelvic tilt to activate my core. And imagine bringing my rib cage down to my pelvis. Really slow and controlled alternating movements between my arms and my legs. This last one here is just your basic hamstring stretch. I'm gonna be doing my best here to not round my lower back, but in reality, I'm actually not doing such a great job just because I wanted to show you guys how much mobility I have in my hamstrings, and it's really not that much, so I really need the stretch here.
All right, that's pretty much all I want to share for today, just keeping it real simple. The biggest thing is for me to really stay consistent over time and just not make it too complicated, because the more complex that I make it for myself, it becomes a lot harder to stick to, which is something to think about for when I prescribe exercises for my patients. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow.